Coming up this week on Virginia Dirt Pirate. Here's my tent. My little one-man backpacking tent. Something else in the hole. See if that's anything. It is out. And it is either a coin or a button. Where did it go? Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Well, as I promised you last week, this week you will get to see the video from last week's camping trip. The trip was a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be, mainly because of the weather. We had a lot of rain and some flooding, and I was concerned about being able to get back home and having to hike through the swamp, and I wasn't sure how long it was going to take for the water to go down, so decided to cut the trip a little bit short. But even so, I did get one full day of hunting in and got around to 2 of the 3 sites that I wanted to get to, and actually found another site, which appears to be a Colonial site, and it's only about 50 yards from one of the turn-of-the-century sites that I already knew was there. So that was very interesting. But I didn't get around to everywhere that I wanted to get to, but such is life. I'll probably head out there again sometime early next year and get to all the places that I didn't get to this time. Anyhow, without further ado, here is the video from last week's camping trip. Well, I made it out here. Took me a little over 2 hours. Got held up because of a major thunderstorm. Camping right here at one of the sites. Here's my tent. My little one-man backpacking tent, which is just big enough for me to lay down in and keep the bugs off me. Got my fan, battery powered fan. Fan is not optional this time of year out here. Have to have the fan, otherwise you're not going to sleep. But anyhow, I'm here. I'm all set up. And I'm going to do a little bit of detecting before the sun goes down. You can see some of the remains of the site here. This is one of the 3 main sites. I'm going to do most of the exploring tomorrow. Came right up through there. Managed to get through the swamp before the storm hit. That was nice.
It's raining hard now. Glad I brought everything inside. Well, it's 5:45 and the sun's coming up. Rain has stopped. That's good. Rained half the night. A lot of things are wet. Tent did pretty good, but it was coming down in buckets. So I'm going to have to take stock of everything. Probably get some stuff out to dry. And then I'm going to get busy. "6:15 in the morning. Getting ready for the day. The forest is soaking wet. We got a lot of rain. I left this pot out last night and it was empty. And now it's almost full. So that's how much rain we got overnight. It was coming down in buckets. Had to hang yesterday's clothes out to dry. Hopefully they'll dry okay. It is supposed to be 90 degrees today, so we'll see. Apparently we did get some major flooding yesterday, some major flash flooding. Apparently that's what it says on my phone. So hiking back down across the swamp might be problematic. Might end up having to wade through some water. But that will be tomorrow's problem. And hopefully the water will have gone down by then. It's not that big of a creek that goes through there. But there is a whole swamp around it. So we'll just have to see. I'll have all day to get through it, so today I'm just going to enjoy myself. Okay, and here's my food supply for today and tomorrow morning. You got your tuna, some chicken, a couple of cans of chunky chili with beans. That's good stuff. Good stuff right there. Some sausage. That's that's a little rough, but it's good. Anyhow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang my food up from the tree here, like that, while I'm gone. This way, hopefully the squirrels won't get it, like the last time I went camping. And of course, I have my coffee. Can't start the day off without coffee. Just got to remember to save enough for tomorrow morning. These are the two battery packs that I use. I use one of them specifically for the manticore. And if I plug the manticore in at night, by the morning it is about 95% charged. And the battery is dead. But at least it will get the job done. The other one I use to charge up my phone, flashlight, GoPro, and everything else that I need to have charged. And it does a really good job of that. I leave them out in the sun. They won't charge up fully during the day, even if the sun is out. They just have a small solar panel on them. If you left them out in the sun for about a week, they would charge all the way up from zero all the way to full charge. But obviously, I'm not going to be here for a week. But what I do is I charge them up fully. I plug them in and charge them up fully before I head out. So they are a very handy thing to have. Okay, 6:45. The forest is starting to wake up. And I'm heading out. Here's my day kit. I've got the trusty manticore, my pinpointer, pickaxe, got my GoPro, little first aid kit, just in case I get a boo-boo, and some water. And off we go. Oh, and bug spray. Deep woods off. Cannot forget the bug spray. Wow. Looks like the whole area is flooded. The whole forest. It's got a lot of water in it. Pretty incredible. That was a hell of a storm last night. It's all right. I'm just looking. I'm not gonna hurt you. The mama box turtle laying her eggs. I'm sure that's what she's doing. This is their time of year. They dig a little pit and then they lay their eggs and cover them up. Following an old road that leads down to one of the sites. It's a fairly interesting site. Most everything on the surface is from the 1920s, 1930s. But I've also found a musket ball and a dandy button down there. So I suspect there's an old site. I'll do some poking around, see if I can't find that. Interesting site. Obviously it was built right next to the floodplain. You can see these big concrete pillars here. Not sure when they were built, but appears to have been just a regular house. There's a lot of household items laying around. Most of it on the surface is from the 1930s. Car parts and things. Found a buffalo nickel right over there last time I was here. All right. Low ringer. Could be a shotgun shell. All right, it's out. Let's see. All right, let's see what that is. Huh. I don't know. Is it a coin? Is it a button? Sorry. I don't know. I have a feeling it's a button, but I don't feel a shank. God, if it was a... No, it's something. What the heck is that? Alright. I don't know what this is. It's too thin to be a coin. Let me do some cleaning on it, see if I can figure it out. Alright. It appears to be a flat button. That looks like a shank. It's like really mashed down on it. It's rather concave, unless it's the back part of a two-piecer. I don't know. Maybe it has some back marks on it, but I will clean it up when I get home. See if I can't figure out what the heck it is. Alright, here's something else.
kind of sitting out here all by itself. See what that is. Okay. Let's see. It is out. Where did it go? I know I saw it. There it is. It is out. And it is either a coin or a button. Where did it go? There it is. It's either a coin or a button. I think this is a coin. Yes, this is a coin. Can I ID it? Ah. I don't have my glasses on. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can clean it up a little bit. It is a wheat cent, and the date appears to be 1940. So that pretty much fits with the timeline of this place. Okay. All right, well, this looks interesting. Let's check that out and see what it is. Okay, so whatever this is, it's down deep. And I need to, let's see if a manticore can pinpoint it. Alright, a little bit lower. Solid signal though. Right under the root. Doesn't that just figure? Alright. Oop, I heard something. Okay, it's right up underneath. I hope this isn't iron. Ah. Where the hell did it go? Oh, it's over here. Feel something. Got it. Buckle. Oh my god. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. Is that what I think it is? No. It is. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a spectacle buckle. Wow, this is crazy. This is only the second spectacle buckle I've ever found. Yeah, this site has got some age to it. They haven't made these since 1720, I think was the last time they made spectacle buckles. But they were probably used for a long time. Wow, it's beautiful. This site is unbelievable. 1930s, 1940s, 1920s stuff all over the place. And then you also get musket balls and dandy buttons and spectacle buckles. All right, I've got to do some poking around because there's obviously an old site here somewhere. This is probably right on top of it. It's weird that there's a gap though, because you don't find anything from like the late 1800s. Wow, this is beautiful. God, the patina on it is beautiful. It's almost identical to the one I found last year. Awesome. Okay. Very likely a shotgun shell. Nope. Can tab. Okay. So I followed a trail of iron and it led me to this. This little mound here has all kinds of signals coming from it. Mostly iron, but I hear other stuff too. So this looks very promising. This is only about maybe 100 feet from the other site where those concrete pillars are. All right, well, let me investigate this area for a while. All right, well, here's something. Doesn't look like a shotgun shell. It's in that range. Bit deeper than a shotgun shell. All right, let's dig it up and see what it is. All right. Manticore says it's out. Let's see if we can find it. Shoe buckle frame. Yep, shoe buckle frame. Nice. Looks like it has a nice design on it. Awesome. Okay, so that's only about 10 feet from that mound. All right. Okay, on to the next. All right. Here's something else. All right. All right, this might be falsing, but I'm going to check it out anyway. Okay, let's see what this is. Oops. Almost looks like a buckle or something, but... Huh, the heck? It is a buckle, I think. Oh my gosh. What the hell? I think it's a buckle. What the heck is this? All right. Let me go ahead and clean that up and see if I can... Feels like it's got something on it, but let me clean it up and see if I can figure it out. Okay, so this
was underneath that. Had to dig the rock out before I could get to it. Now what the heck is this? Wow. That's very interesting looking. Let me clean it up. Okay. Something else in the hole. See if that's anything. And more pocket watch stuff, I think. I can't say for sure, but I'll bet you that's what it is. Or it's a tag, maybe, of some kind. I don't see anything on it. Let me clean it up later and see if I can figure it out. All right, got a nice nap and I'm ready for round 2. And I just hit this. This is only a few feet from the camp. And I missed it the last time. Whatever it is, it's a large iron object. And I'm gonna have to see if I can get it out. I mean, I know I can get it out, but it's just a matter of how much effort it's going to take. Ugh. I think I know what it is. I think I found one of these before. Yep. I think that goes to a stove. I think that's what that is. All right. Sounds a little iffy. Well, we'll check it out. Fork. This looks good. It's right in the silver dime, silver quarter range. Let me dig that up. All right, apparently there's 2 signals. One there. Okay, so let's see if we can sort this out. It is a range guide. Awesome. Haven't found one of these in a while. Tuck this baby over here and let's see what we got. Okay. That's interesting. Coin or a button? I don't feel a shank. Wait a minute, there is a shank. No, there's not. No, there's not. I don't feel a shank. Okay. That's some kind of large cent. I'm almost certain of it. Alright. I'm going to take this home and clean it off very carefully. I don't see any details coming through, but I'm going to go ahead and toothpick it when I get home. See if we can get some details out of it. Okay, a little bit after 5:30 in the morning, and it's starting to get light. Got to get everything packed up and start heading back home. Fortunately, it didn't rain again last night. Heard a little bit of wind, but no rain. Had a pretty nasty flash flood, and I'm going to have to see how I'm going to be able to get back across the swamp. But I think the water level has probably gone down quite a bit by now, so we will see. Early morning in the forest. All the little critters are waking up. Even the bugs. Spent the last couple of days right underneath this big old tree, which looks like it's probably about 150, maybe 200 years old. House used to be right over here. There's still a little bit of a footprint. You can see all the old bricks and rock still here with this big pine tree growing out of it. Well, it was an interesting couple of days. Didn't get around to all three sites, mainly because the first site I went to, I was finding so much stuff that I decided to stay there. But I did a little bit of hunting around this site, and the other site in the bottle dump, that's going to have to wait to another time. Next up, I'm planning a quick little 2-day camping trip on the Appomattox, possibly. We'll see if that works out. If so, I'll be doing that about a month from now. But right now, it's time to tear down and pack up and head out. Getting ready to pack up and head back, but I figured I would show you the tent that I've been using for the past couple of days really quick. This is my little backpacking tent. It's just big enough for me to be able to lay down in it and get a good night's sleep and zip it up and keep the bugs off of me. And it weighs almost nothing. And it held up really good during the rainstorm we had. We got probably 5 or 6 inches of rain. I mean, it rained for hours and hours, and this thing held up just fine. Unfortunately, I can't remember who makes it. It doesn't have a name on it. But I would buy another one for sure. The whole thing tears down and fits in this little bag, which fits right in my backpack. It's very handy. Anyhow, time to head back and see if I can make it back across the swamp.
Good news. I can get back across the creek fairly easily, it looks like. This isn't a very big creek, and it's not very long. It doesn't go very far upstream that way. But you can kind of see from the debris here how high the water got. It was probably at least waist deep high, maybe chest deep high, out in the creek itself. So that's how much rain we got. Okay, time for this week's wrap-up. And this wrap-up is, of course, for last week's camping trip. The camping trip was kind of cut short a little bit because of the weather. We had a lot of rain, and there was some flooding, and I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to get back through the swamp very easily. So I kind of cut it short. But I did get one good day in, did a lot of exploring, and did find a few good things. And I also gained a lot of knowledge around of the area, and actually found a new site, a colonial period site, which I kind of knew was there because at one of the turn of the century sites, I was also finding colonial period relics. So I knew something was up. And this time around was no different. When I went back down to that site, the first thing I found was a 1940 wheat penny. And the very next thing I found after that was a spectacle buckle. Spectacle buckles were made from around the mid-1300s until the early 1700s. This is a pretty basic one. This is only the second spectacle buckle that I've ever found. I found one a couple of years ago. It's a little bit larger. But you can tell spectacle buckles, they have a very unique design. They're also known as figure-8 buckles. But as soon as I found that, I knew that there had to be something right in that area. And I kept searching until I found it. Basically a small mound of brick and rock, and I did some poking around there, found some old junk, but I also found a piece of a shoe buckle. So I'm fairly confident that that is the colonial site that I was looking for. Also found this nearby. I have no idea how old it is. It's an escutcheon. And let's see, what else did I find? Oh, I found a large cent. This I found at the site that I camped at, which is a site that's basically late 1800s to early 1900s. This is definitely the oldest coin I've found there. The other coins that I've found there have been Indian head pennies and wheat pennies. And I also found I found another piece of a pocket watch. Seems like I find pieces of pocket watches just about every time that I go out recently. Aside from that, didn't really find very much. I don't know exactly what this is. Some kind of a clip and a fork. That's about it. But like I said, I did gain some knowledge of the area, which was really good. I do have another camping trip planned for a couple of weeks from now on the July 4th weekend, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I may push that back a little bit. That one involves camping on the Appomattox River, and that will depend very much on the river. If the river is swollen and angry, I won't be going anywhere near it. But anyhow, if you like what you saw today, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, dig it all, fill in your holes, and leave nothing but footprints.